We are right here in downtown Los Angeles. I like to tell the stories of other people to inspire other people.
How do I introduce you? Girl, boy, di tiyak o ano?
Hindi namin alam eh. Kahit kami naguguluhan kami. Pero isa lang ang alam ko, nagmamahalan kami.
I believe that there are a lot of good stories from ordinary people like you.
Hello and welcome to Effie Barker Human Interest. This week is our final episode for the Limitless Love and Devotion of a Father in memory of Bubs. My sincere thanks to Mr. Paco Swartz and his wife for trusting me with this very emotional story about the life and death of their son, Bubs. Paco is a music producer along with his brothers at the Beat Family Studio in Pasadena, California. He's a father of 4 whose youngest son had a Down syndrome, battled with a disease called infantile spasm. It's a rare seizure disorder that occurs with young children, usually under 1 year of age. He died on Christmas Eve in 2016. On our first 3 episodes, Paco talks about his love and devotion to his son, the effects of his son's passing to his other children, the circumstances of his life, and his struggles during his brief life. In this episode, I asked Paco what Father's Day means to him now. How did he cope with the loss of his son? And I also asked him to describe about the foundation that he and his wife had began to help families dealing with infantile spasm. Here he is.
I wish to Bubs. Bubs is it? Hi! Hi, Dominic. You're so handsome.
You know, Mr. Swartz, Dominic has transitioned. He passed away. He told me the time. He said he passed away peacefully in the arms of the nurse that was there. She was holding him when he transitioned. Kylan, my oldest son, is the greatest big brother. He loves them. And when it came to Dominic, he didn't care. I'm sorry. He didn't care that his brother was special needs. He didn't care. That was his little brother. My daughter Zoe, one day, she said, when's Dominic coming home? We told him he's an angel now. I have an angel costume in my room. I'm going to put it on so I could be an angel, that I could play with my brother. It was just scary out of the get-go. He was born through an emergency C-section. The day after he was born, he had a stroke and he coded.
What the time that you first held him?
Oh man, the first time I held him, you know, I said, hey, I'm your dad, you know, and you know, you're gonna have an interesting life with me. I'm gonna play practical jokes on you a lot. I miss his little milk breath when I used to feed him, and he used to breathe, and he used to like to nibble on my nose, and I used to like smell his breath. And those moments, man, holding him for the first time was like a dream come true.
It's Father's Day coming up.
Right.
You know, what's Father's Day mean to you now?
It's my purpose. I was given the opportunity at life to be their father. Music, friendships, marriages, divorce, none of that shit matters. The only thing that matters are my children. That's it. I don't even I matter, but I don't even matter. Like, I matter because I have to matter so that they can have what they need. But I haven't gone shopping for clothes for myself in probably a year.
It's all about them.
It's all about them. All about them. That's it.
How did you cope? I mean, were you angry at some point? Or
How did I cope?
how did you reach into
I believe in being transparent. How did I cope? Lots of marijuana. Lots of it. That's how I cope. That's how I was able to cope then. That's how I cope now.
Did you talk to them?
Oh, absolutely. My friends are great. Without hesitation, were there for me. In spite what they were dealing with in their own lives, You know, my best friend, my brother Steve Sneed, man, he dropped everything immediately when it came to the funeral arrangements, driving me around, making sure that they were around me. And then my other brother, Mike Towns, they made sure I was in the studio here.
Were you angry at all, or did you agree to resentment?
I had a lot of resentment, you know. The resentment that, ironically, I have a zero tolerance policy for men who do not raise their children. I think that is the weakest individual on this planet, is to leave their children to fend for themselves or for somebody else to pick up the slack and do it. I have zero respect for anybody who has walked out of their child's life.
If I have to ask you for, an advice now for fathers that have gone through or still not accepting it, the best way.
You have to sell out to the idea that it's no longer about you. You have to. Because if you still feel it's about you, they're going to lack. When it's no longer about you, they'll have everything they need. Don't over mourn. Don't over mourn. The faster you accept it, the easier it is for you to live life. Accept it right away. Don't give grief a chance to settle in out the gate. Accept it right away. Because once the grief comes in, it's very hard to accept after that. Take all of the pain from losing your child, and if you have other children, divide it amongst them. Divide it amongst them.
Now, losing Bob, what does this mean to you now with your other children?
A little more overprotective. I let my children know every day how much I love them to their face. And we're starting a foundation in my son's name called the Dominic Foundation. We have a Facebook page, the Dominic page. Check it out on Facebook. If you wish to donate to the cause, you can go to beautyboutiquebar.com, fight against infantile spasms. There are a lot of families who are simply not educated on the dangers of this disease. Everything helps. We appreciate the support.
Again, thank you so much, and I'm sorry I made you cry.
It's all right. It's all right. You know what? The interesting thing is, this is the first interview that I've done owned by my production partner, Mike Towns.